Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4, The Great War with me, Alpha Pi Omega, and Kingdom of Sweden. So in the last episode we have made an advancement of our line significantly across its, not the inner south, but the southeastern part, I'd say. We gained parts of Savo region, and today we are going to continue with the advance. Now, I know that I mentioned that we want to shorten the line, but this is shortening. Just imagine how many divisions we are going to free up here. Though the way how I envisioned the shortening is a bit more radical than I actually originally thought. My original plan was to cross between these major lakes. There's a lake province here, and there's a lake province in Savo and lake province in Uusimaa. But we're going to bypass that and advance here. This will make sure that our line remains unbroken, and we will encircle 6 divisions here, 6 extra divisions that Russia is going to lose. So that is going to be our goal for now. We are going to get very close to Vyborg, which is good. Though, remember, there are no supply hubs here or anything. But I think this should still be big enough for us, to be able to supply from Helsinki. After which we are definitely going to start marching down in the north, which is going to be a bit more complicated because the situation here, while we have really good supplies here, with every step forward it's going to get progressively worse. So we need to keep that in mind and just make sure that our units won't start running out of supplies, especially because we want to enlarge our basic infantry divisions. So we're trying to supply we are trying to stockpile the support equipment. That was harder than it should be. And we are also recruiting new divisions for our armies. So that needs to be said and approached carefully. Okay, so without further ado, we are going to send our divisions to this little region, and they are going to attack here and march south. Now, the encirclement is not going to be an easy task here. They will probably resist us heavily on that, but we are going to have to see how it's gonna happen. I'm really psyched about the prospect of us winning, even without the Ottoman Empire or liberalism. That's a weird bug, but it is possible to still win. We just need to make sure that the Americans won't change the outcome of the war, because right now we seem to have an upper hand. And if we could actually penetrate all the way to Petrograd and conquer it, I think that might set off a chain of events that could affect the outcome of the war significantly. We also need to stockpile enough political power for us to be able to get the second advisor that's going to help with our stability. So let's make sure that is going to happen. Okay, so advancing here is going to be fairly easy. Our artillery divisions are just beastly. That is the cream of the crop, and not to mention that they're all seasoned, and that's giving them additional insane bonuses. Just look at that. These poor guys get 75 defense, which is massive, but each of our divisions have 192 soft attack, and their breakthrough is 52. Most of it comes from experience and commander skill. I don't think we have any possible upgrades, right? Nope, you're level 5. You are level 6 actually, and you are level 1. So there really isn't anything that we can even effectively consider. So we need to move really quickly here if we are to keep moving. Okay, so this province is no longer a border one, which is good. But while we're going to encircle these guys, it's gonna be very tricky to make sure that the line is not stretched too far. Because remember, we do not have enough troops. Okay, you're sending in attrition, sad little units that are going to die under the shells of our cannons. By the way, just as a side note, I am a huge fan of All Is... what's it called? All Is Quiet on the Western Front is the English name, I think. So All Is Quiet on the Western Front is one of my favorite books. And recently I found out about a book called The Storm of Steel, which has a similar topic. So if you are interested in World War I and the battlefields of World War I, this is a book that you really ought to check out, because it's amazing. From what I actually saw so far, it is just amazing. Okay. So 2 of you are going to advance here. And you can actually attack here and you will support the attack. Maintenance Company 3 has been finished. Making sure that our troops always have the basic materials in the field to perform common repairs will prevent the continued use of equipment known to be damaged. Extra reliability bonus. Isn't that great? We're absolutely not using any armor. This would be really good, but it's too far ahead in the future. I guess 1990 then is a good choice. Defense and soft attack. Yeah, I think that improved light machine gun is what we want next. Because performance of our troops is going to be something that we will absolutely need to keep in mind. Yeah, we don't really have all that many troops left to stretch the line, so we need to move quickly here. Now I'll keep one of you here. I'll just facilitate this using artillery pieces. I think even 2 might be enough to actually finish up the encirclement completely. Just need to cover adequately. Okay, now we can start shortening the actual border. Yep, there are, and we still keep getting bonuses from. Have we finished some? Yeah, we definitely finished at least 1 bomber already. And early fighters we are still playing. Yep, okay, we're good. We're good because our arrow wings are now. Well, you aren't actually. You should be. There should be at least 10 of you. And you are still missing 2. Okay. But we are doing fine. No need to worry. You can start striking here. Yep. They are gone, and our line is holding nicely. Okay, so the encirclement here is going to be just a massive, terrifying experience for them, and that's just how I like it. Supplies, still pretty good. Okay. They are, in fact, defending a hub of a sort, which is good. Okay, let's continue pushing here. Actually, no, you are gonna go there, and you're just gonna. Well. Now strike here. I like that the units nearby immediately start supporting the attack. It's making it way better. We will free up tons of divisions here that can then move to the border and secure it properly. So this is probably the highest bonus they can get. Like not a bonus, but a malus in this case. We're taking a bit of casualties here and there, but other than that, this is fine. Yep, we are eliminating without any mercy. We are eliminating. Yeah, their counterattacks are a bit desperate, but not much they can do. And there goes their entire local army. So where is Russia? 428,500 men lost to Sweden, while we lost roughly 44. Yeah, the casualties keep staying at 10 times of what we lose. So we exchange 1 Swedish soldier for 10 Russian ones. Okay, so we finished the next logistic company, which is great because it lowers the supply usage by additional 2%. Continued statistical evaluation of troop supply needs contribute to maximizing the utility of our resources. Going further is now a nightmare. I have never done this, but I think that we might want to go... Well, I have not like I have never done this now, but I think it might be worth our while to focus a bit on the military police now, because we're getting quite a large chunk of territory. Yeah, in 81 days the Dreadnought is going to be finished, so we can then look into it. In the meantime, we are going to... And by it I mean industry, because I kind of stopped speaking there for a moment. Okay, so what are we going to do with you? Well, there are a number of places where we can use you. Oh, it's nice. We are in supply everywhere. So now let's focus on this area, start shortening it here. So let's send you to here. Yeah, they're desperately trying to threaten us, but there really isn't anything they can do. We are just... This is just... Base value 150 is just amazing. Okay, 296 supply is pretty good. How far are we now from the possibility to boost our units? We are good on infantry equipment and on transport vehicles. We are still about 200 pieces of supply equipment short. So we need to wait. How are we doing on fleets composition? Oh, not great. And wow, we lost another destroyer somewhere. You all repaired? Pretty much. So production is going well, it seems. Yep. This is an upgrade, right? And this is a construction. Interesting. Okay, well, anyway, we got our first reinforcement to the reserve army, the 9th division. So let's assign it to its respective unit. Any of you there, and you guys will need to start taking a bit more care for other territories anyway. You got what you need. You will take away a bit of our support equipment once you're ready. And that means we're gonna have to start separating this this first Swedish army. We're gonna have to split them into twos because this is no longer working adequately. I'm not really sure if we have the right commander now for this job, but unfortunately that's just what we're gonna have to deal with, because getting more units in here. Jesus, some of you are veterans. Okay, let's start pushing them. This is gonna be a piece of cake. This is our most vulnerable territory, the Pohjanmaa. Yeah, they're desperate for supplies, and even strength is terrifying, and we're making it worse by the day. They still hold Warsaw. It's just amazing. Oh, this is not good. This is not good. Bulgaria is being pushed back. I wish we could help, but I'm not sure we can. Maybe once we reach the border, I could... How would I send the units? We would need to take Petrograd and move along the coast and make sure that it's going to work. Okay, this is not a place that you can... moving up here is also possible. So why not? Supply here is good. We are no longer in any threat if we want to advance. Yeah, these units are getting decimated. And that is literally the truth. Okay, and one of our infantry divisions has been added. Now, what does this mean? Current penalty 4.10. All positive commander trait and skill modifiers. Commander skill 25. I think for now we can... Actually, no, let's do it this way. We get General Murke here. So this is gonna become the first, second, third, and this is gonna be the fourth. Svenska Armén. You're gonna be in Zela, and you're gonna be drilling, and once that unit is gonna be done drilling, we are going to start giving them extending amount of space on the border to hold. Yeah, there's no border here, so now let's just move along the border, make sure that things are okay. Yeah, these units are just decimated. I know I said that already, but it's just amazing to see that. Not sure what kind of attrition they are getting, but it is probably horrifying. Once we get 2 divisions, I think we can start thinking about deploying them. 295, 300, we're doing good. You have intel advantage, really? Probably have spies, which is something that we have not even considered. Our stability keeps increasing, which is amazing. Yeah, factory output minus 13% just out of stability. This was the bane of the late war. No food, you know, no iron, no no nothing. Basically, no goods in the shops. Nothing. It was all just sent out to the front, which consumed more than you could imagine. And this is just... Look how it's dropping. We're killing hundreds of men with each artillery barrage. I think we can easily go like this. Potentially even encircling that unit. Or I'm kind of afraid of stretching it. Yeah, look at that. I mean, they got 2.48 here and no supply here, which means we are already struggling. Not much, but we are struggling for supplies here. So we shouldn't really go too crazy here. But here we can, because that is so close to the supply hub, it's fine. You have maximum motorization priority, but no trucks are used. No, that made it worse. Weird. Trains are okay, right? Yeah, we have 28 and need 13. Okay, we're upgrading this port to get more throughput. Okay, this area could easily be upgraded, but this is fine. We're struggling here. So what if we... I don't know if the railway helps, really. We know that we will need a supply here. Supply constructed here. No, that's not what I wanted. We will probably advance. So let's try like this. Ah, that's what I wanted. Okay, and Musima is here. So that's not where we have any supply problems, so we don't really need to bother with that. And we'll close it off like this. Effectively encircling this unit. And the Russian troops are no longer able to even resist us. The same issue is happening though in Germany. I think Germany might realistically be running out of men. So is France though. They're probably... I'm not sure if they're at scraping of the barrel, but they are definitely not doing good. Okay, advancing slightly. And I think that if we are really cocky, I'm actually trying to close this off. Yeah, we do have enough. Oh, we don't have that much, but for the here we actually got 4.6, because I might want to hold this river as a border for now, at least until we get something else from somewhere else. Now that seems like it might be a good idea. Logistics wise, we are doing great. We got enough artillery pieces everywhere. Yeah, just causing massive casualties. We lost 44,700 men to Russia. They lost 450, almost 500,000, let's call it. And the casualties on the side of Entente are nearly 8.5 million troops. Sure, guys, you know what? This. Okay, this is not good because I definitely thought that we would be doing slightly better, but we are stretched too far. As we do not control this area, this definitely means that we are struggling a bit. But so are they, positively. My goal is to protect this division. And then we can kind of call it a day. Who's attacking you? It's one division from here and another one from somewhere else. Once you get entrenched, we are fine. You haven't taken that place. Can actually go there. You know what? Take the rail. Yeah, this is a really bad combat with. Basically one of our divisions against. So which one is fighting here? I can send the other three somewhere else. Is the third one. So let's just push you away from here. Oh! Okay, that was not the point. I was not interested in doing that, but we can definitely push here. Okay, I need to retreat. I'm gonna see if this. Well, we're still upgrading the port here. I guess this might be just too far. Okay, that ought to be enough to hold this area. Okay, good. This is correct. Okay, so now you folks are gonna move back to the port. We are going to give it a few so that we can see how well our units are holding. Because it seems like they will be fine for now, but we'll need more ports. It might actually be a good idea to finish up upgrading this port and then strike in this area and build a port here. And creep along the border. Because again, we will need a supply hub here. That's just inevitable. The only question that I have in my mind is how are we going to handle that? And by I mean building a port there would be a great thing, but we need to make sure that we do not bleed. And before we bleed, I'd really like it if we could just supply all of our units with what they need. We have tons and tons of early artillery in reserve. I'm still tempted to do the same mistake that I did before, and just give support artillery to all of our units, which would give them 50% extra soft attack, a bit of breakthrough, a bit of hard attack. And we would have enough artillery pieces, but attrition would eat us alive. We're nowhere near close. Being able to do, holy hell, we made a breach here into Slovakia. No, Slovakia is here. And this is Romania. Damn. They are really pushing heavily on Bulgaria there. Yeah, and Austrians are definitely retaking the territory here. So that's good to see. I have a feeling they're being pushed back by the French a bit. Here we need to intensify the attack on the Russians. Terrain is giving us a bonus, some entrenchment. Oh, you're not supposed to be, you're supposed to be over there. I sent some units by accident to there. Okay, you can go back to... Let's send you to Romanov na Murmanie. Go by rail. Yeah, you're basically just starving this unit out of supply and making it suffer insane entrenchment penalties. Okay, next logical step would be to take this area, but again we are already facing a bit of a supply issue here. And that's not something that you can take lightly. How's the research going? We're gonna get Dreadnoughts soon. Heavy industry will come soon. Construction will come soon. And we are Upper Baltic Sea. Is there a fight? I don't think so. 16th of February, Jesus. 21st of August though. Wait, you are... No, you are a full-fledged destroyer. You need to join from the fleet. Okay, so this is the new supply situation. We are kind of okay in most places. Some places suffer, and unfortunately some suffer even a bit of attrition, but it's not great. Yeah, we're not losing supply equipment. We are not... Well, we have a small chance to lose a bit of infantry equipment, so that is doable for now. What we need to do next is definitely push down here towards the... Okay, yeah, that's what we need to think about. If we push here and build the port here, it will give us roughly good supply towards here. Yeah, okay, so that is good. So one of the borders is probably going to be established here. And that could be a border that could be actually delegated to 4th Army because they have no actual combat experience. So having it here or here will be absolutely fine. It would be better here, but how long does it take to build the port? Okay, we actually have it, so the throughput here should, yep, it increased to 25, which means you guys are suffering. Yeah, but I'm gonna advance further and take this province. this right here, and build the port there. And once we got the port, we can cut off the enemy divisions like this along the border and hold it as the first step. The second big push will probably be a massive one towards Petrograd, and we are going to... yeah, we're gonna hold Petrograd, and this is gonna be the second border, and we'll have it like this. And then the third push is most likely going to be that could be a big encirclement if we had the balls to do that, and close off this entire pocket through here, establish a supply depot, and just push on them from the south. Because if we keep them encircled in there, they're gonna attrition themselves to death, making it easier for us. And if we manage to build a supply depot here, we can then march all the way. Actually, it wouldn't be here. I'd rather build it like here so that we can hold this river. That's a natural border. It would actually be a natural border here as well if I wanted to. Maybe we will. Maybe we'll just build the port. Do we have enough supply here? Here, and here. And there's nothing really here, so we can let the enemy attrition themselves to death. Yeah, okay, change of plans. This is where the port is going to be. And we're just going to hold it, and once it's done, we'll push down here, like so. Making sure that we control this area. This one. No, we need to build it here, because we'll have to control this as well, because they can attack here, and that would get too much attrition. Okay, so never mind. So yeah, next episode, push towards here, building a port, then moving like this, creating the first, well, semi-definite border with Russia. Then strike against the capital city of Petrograd, taking Petrograd and this entire railway, and then closing it off through here towards Petrozavodsk, building a supply hub here and eliminating any enemy that's in there. Awesome. So I think that's a good plan. We're doing really good. I'm seeing Kaiserreich in the air. And I'll see you in the next episode where we are going to continue after I make some coffee for myself.